What's going on, Deviant Race fans? Welcome to the YouTube page. If you're a returning viewer, thanks for coming back. If you're new here, we appreciate you joining in. We've got a full Corsa catback exhaust that we're gonna be putting on here. We'll run you guys through how to uninstall the factory stuff and then walk you through the steps on getting this Corsa installed. All right, so first thing we did after we got this thing up in the air on the lift, take a marker and mark 1 inch and 3/4 back from this inside muffler, the one that's closest to the drive shaft. You got to cut this driver side tailpipe off so that you can get it out. On some of their systems, like the Baja muffler delete kit, you have to reuse this factory tailpipe. We are not going to be reusing that tailpipe, so we're probably just going to cut this with a Sawzall. If you are reusing that, you do need to use some sort of a chain cutter or something so you can guarantee you got a straight cut here. All right, so we got that driver side tailpipe out. There's a 15mm bolt right here that's holding this clamp on, so we're going to get that loosened off, and then we will take this grommet off as well and get this passenger side tailpipe taken out of here. All right, after you get this passenger side tailpipe out, you'll go up here to the front to the factory Y pipe and loosen both of these clamps. They're 15mm as well. You've got a grommet right here that needs to be taken off that's directly above the muffler. And then there's also another one right here by the clamps where the muffler system goes into the Y pipe or the X pipe. Once you get the muffler section out, we're gonna take these two 13mm bolts off and take this bracket off the cross member here. You'll be reinstalling this on step 5 of the install procedure. There's two 16mm bolts right here in the frame, and then there's 3 across this skid plate junction. You'll take all 5 of those out. You'll drop the transfer skid plate. That'll give you access to these flanges to get these stock Y pipes off. These are 16mm bolts. You'll take these factory gaskets off of the factory Y pipe, and then you'll turn them around and put them back on the catalytic converter flange side. Now it's time to start putting the Corsa stuff on. So we got the new Corsa pieces bolted up. It's gonna be two 15mm. You will not reuse the factory hardware. They do supply new hardware. And then we've got the passenger side over here, so we're gonna get that tightened up. All right, next we got this crossover pipe put in. We've got the front X pipe in. All of these clamps will leave like loose, but tight enough that they're kind of held in place, because you will need to adjust this as you go back. And then once you get everything into the truck, you can go back and tighten everything up. We need to put the bracket back in that we removed earlier. Gonna go back up here on these 2 studs. So once you get the muffler hung, you gotta kind of put it all together. So it's kind of hard to film. I'm solo in the shop today. Basically, you've got this driver side front tailpipe and passenger side front tailpipe that go into the muffler. Make sure that you put the longer end of the passenger side on the upper side, so it'll actually connect to the rear tailpipe. You just follow those back and you put them both in the factory hangers, and make sure you put your tips on before you get all that stuff tightened up. And then from there, you just kind of start at the very back of the truck. You want to start back here and get your tips lined up where you want them on your bumper on both sides, and make sure that they kind of match from side to side, and then you'll just tighten up from the back going to the front to kind of get everything snugged up. And then last bit is to throw the transfer case skid plate back up, and you're ready to roll. Looking forward to some future content. We're gonna take this thing out and see what she can really do out in the desert. So y'all stay tuned for some of the race content that we'll be having. Abby will be in the chase truck following along. We're gonna try to possibly get her some media passes so that we can actually get her out on the track to get you guys a little bit closer action. So y'all follow along and be prepared to check out some of our race content as well.